Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to the Shai-Osudoku District Assembly and to actually brief you on our efforts to do a mechanized revenue billing system for our district. First and foremost, I want to also thank you so much for all the beautiful work you are doing for our district and Mother Ghana, and all your sacrifice to propagate the good works that we are doing. Today is historic in the history of Shai-Osudoku because we have taken the bold decision to actually do something very significant, which hasn't happened for decades. And that thing had to do with the desire, the focus, and then the vision to have a very computerized, a very mechanized billing system for our district. Over the past years, we have inherited a database that is one disjointed, that is quite outdated, and that is not coherent as we wish it to be. So, as management, we sat down and thought through what we can do to have an efficient and effective system that can bring the necessary revenue. Based on that, we have decided to buy some gadgets. Of course, we invested into laptops and tablets, and then recruited over 40 revenue collectors, data collectors, to go to the field to collect data so that we can build this particular unique system. We realized that what we used to have does not contain the scientific character that anybody at any point in time can check or can verify. So it is so porous that you enter into it, whatever you want to do, you can do it and get away at any point in time. And we are not able to make the necessary revenue we are supposed to make in order to do the development that we want to do. So we took the decision to quickly invest into this particular system to ensure that at least we maximize our gains. We've been able to cover a very wide range of our districts. Of course, you know our district is quite big. It's about 29.5% of the Greater Accra, total land size of Greater Accra region. But so far, we've done about 75% of the coverage. We are left with areas such as Asuchare, Volivo, the hinterlands, and these are predominantly our farming communities. So we'll be going there, but for now, we want to concentrate on the mega urban areas and see how best we can maximize our gain, because serving revenue has a timeline. And if the timeline elapsed and you are sending the bill to the ratepayers, they can decide not to pay or not, and you have to do a lot of enforcement, which is quite expensive. So what is it all about? So it's about we having tablets granted to trained data collectors. They went to the field and then they picked the character of the businesses that we have. They also picked the character of the properties that we have. And once they picked it, they used a software called the Kobo Collect. So it collected the information, then sent it to our system. And we sat here in the office and we were monitoring on the dashboard. So whichever they gave to us, we were able to monitor it, to look at the character of it, and then we were able to edit it to suit our use. After doing that, we now migrated that whole database into a computerized system, which we call the mechanization. That is what we call the mechanization. Then after the mechanization, a setting up is done for it to fit into printing. So having done that, we have done over 11,000 data pieces. But after verification and validation and all the corrections, we had over 10,000 pieces of data. And that led us to create a bill and an estimated revenue of about 4.5 billion Ghana cedis. So at this point, it is our desire to inform our ratepayers, our community members, our stakeholders, and all our partners of our new paradigm, our new dynamism, and the thought that we've brought on board as far as revenue collection is concerned. The bill itself contains an account number. So, for instance, if we have SYZ being the company, SYZ has a unique account number. That unique account number is in our system. If SYZ is supposed to pay, let's say, 50 Ghana cedis this year, it's in the system already. If he pays 50 Ghana cedis, the system will record 0 against SYZ. If he pays 20 Ghana cedis, the system will record 20 Ghana cedis, and then an arrears of 30 Ghana cedis. So next year, God willing, if SYZ is going to pay, is going to pay 30 Ghana cedis as an arrears together with the new bill that is supposed to pay. This is how unique it is. It is also quite unique such that at any point in time, I know where SYZ is because we have picked the GPS address of SYZ. So just in our office, we can map where SYZ is on our map and say SYZ is here, or is located here, and easily we'll be able to go there and then deal with SYZ. It is also important to say that on the bill, we have what we call the categories. So SYZ, what category are you? Maybe you are a medium enterprise, or you are a mega business, or you are a mega manufacturing company. So that is your category. You can have category A, category B, category C, category D. It will tell you the category your business or your company fall into and why you are paying that amount. It is so because we don't want to cheat SYZ. We want to be very transparent to SYZ because every category has a corresponding fee fixing amount. So if you are D, your fee fixing amount is stated clearly in the fee fixing book, and that must correspond with how much you're supposed to pay so that there can be transparency, there can be accountability in the process of billing. It will not look like we sat in our office here and just said, oh, SYZ is producing 10 boxes of mineral water, so charge him 20,000. No, because the fee fixing tells how much each ratepayer is supposed to pay or is eligible to pay. Then besides that, there are instructions behind the bill. That instructions tell you exactly what you are supposed to do as a ratepayer. For instance, the locations of where you can pay if you want to pay, because our district is quite vast. So you cannot walk from the farthest point to say you are coming to the capital to pay. So it tells you the various pay points within your reach where you can quickly go and pay. It also gives you additional information about the bill and how you should handle the bill. Because you see, when you damage it, you are losing value. It's government money, so you have to keep it very well. And then it also contains contacts you can reach out to in case of any difficulty in the payment process. Then there is a tier of session where you tier nicely, or the revenue collector will tier nicely and fasten to your receipts or fasten to whichever record is bringing to the office, which is very, very important. It is also important to distinguish the bills at this point. We have the two colors. We have the yellow, color yellow, and color yellow is basically for the property rates. Then we have color blue. Color blue is basically for the business operating permits. So all those going to pay business operating permit will see this type of bill. The semblance of it is going to be like this with you. And then this is the column where you can fold nicely and then you can tear it off like this. And it contains the amount that you are paying. It has the same amount is here as a duplicate for you. So at any point in time, you have every record that you need on it. Now, we have trained collectors who are coming to the field. And our policy that we are using is, as we collect the revenue, we collect data. So it is not a matter of only revenue collection. Today, if we come to Smart Company Limited and we value you as C, and you have built a new warehouse or a new thing, you are doing something new attached to it, we will revalue you. So as and when we are on the field, we are with our tablets, we are picking information. So it is a system that is recurring, is running 24/7. It doesn't stop. When we come to the field today, we can get about 10 businesses, new ones. We have picked data on them. The next morning, we are serving them. So that is how it is. And the collectors are the same field officers we use actually to do the collection of the data. The reason we are using them is that I have come to SYZ to collect the data. He has seen my face. I should be able to trace SYZ if I'm giving a bill to go and give to SYZ. But if we change or give to someone else's and the person is supposed to go to SYZ, he will now be looking for, oh, where is SYZ? That is why we have tried to maintain those we recruited as field officers to also serve the bills. To be identified with reflectors, very unique reflectors with ID cards, and then they will also have our logo embossed on their reflectors. If anybody comes with a similar reflector without our logo, the person is an imposter. and ratepayers must be informed, and they should make the necessary step for us to arrest them. We want to also assure them that every ratepayer should have his JCR. So if you are given a bill and you pay, you have to demand a receipt from the revenue collector. The bill alone does not stand for receipt. This one is a bill. There is a government receipt, what we call the general counterfoil. That one will be given to you, and that one, it will indicate the amount that you have paid, signed by the revenue collector with the stamp of the district. And when we come for our task force activities, we'll be inspecting it together with your bill to see whether the amount you are paying corresponds with what you have on the receipts. It is also very important at this point to encourage our ratepayers and our partners that the revenue we are going to get is the same one we are going to use to invest into the development of the district. We are doing this because we want to have a very accountable and transparent system of revenue collection. We don't want a situation whereby it will look like we come to the field to collect anything just like that. No. A systemized approach will build history. It will give transparency. It will give record. It will also be accountable. Anytime you come to me to say that print all the monies I have paid to Shai-Osudoku from 2024, 2026, the system should be able to print it for you at any point in time. So even for businesses who don't even have record or traces of the amount of money they are paid over time, they can come to us and we give it to them for them to do their balance sheet, to prepare their financial statement, or anything they want to prepare. Our record will be handy to them. And we want to also encourage our citizens, especially the beautiful people of Shai-Osudoku, that look, this thing is for all of us. Everybody must participate in it. If someone comes to you to collect money, say, I want to see my mechanized bill, take an interest in it, participate, get involved, let's develop together. Then once we get the bill, pay. After you made a payment, follow up with the development. If we also don't give you the corresponding return of the development, then you know that there is something wrong with our institution. But we are very optimistic that, look, if you are able to get all the monies we are supposed to get, or all the revenue we get, we will transform them to the necessary development that we are supposed to do. We have a development plan which is seated there. The cost of it is huge. It is our desire that this year, by the grace of God, we should be able to make almost 8 million to 10 million Ghana cedis so that we can be able to roll out the development. So far, we are running to about 3 million Ghana cedis of actual revenue. It's our prayer that when we start the collection, hopefully next week, God willing, we should be able to cross at least 8 million. And I know, having gotten 8 million Ghana cedis, Shai-Osudoku will build a new heaven in the greater Accra region. And with your support, as media persons, as people who have been in the practitioner for a very long time, please, we want to encourage you to propagate this message, to sell the story to all those who matter, and to also support us by engaging our ratepayers and educating them. We want you to take this one as a task where time, day in, day out, you go on the streets, you encourage the people, you show them the bill, will give you copies, you train them for them to understand what is happening new about the Shai-Osudoku district, so that at least together we can have the necessary revenue. On that note, I want to thank you so much for coming. I want to thank you so much for all the efforts you are putting in to ensure that Shai-Osudoku district also becomes a shiny and a beacon of all MMDs in Ghana. God bless you all.
Sudoku TV, Besu.